All right, ready? Good evening. This is the second time in 3 days our officers had to confront individuals on the street with a deadly weapon, a gun, and have to protect themselves and the community. In this case, the perpetrator was arrested and indicted from a gun arrest in September of 2024, and he's walking around the streets of the Bronx today. Everything I'm about to tell you is depicted on body-worn camera and external video. At approximately 3:10 this afternoon, members of the 43 Precinct Neighborhood Safety Team in uniform responded to a 911 call of a large dispute with a firearm. When they respond to the rear of 755 White Plains Road, the video shows us two of the perpetrators coming through a gate as our police officers pull up in a car. At this time, the perpetrator pulls a weapon, a 9mm, loaded, takes a shooting stance at our officers, which they respond and discharge their firearms, striking the perpetrator twice in the leg. Our officers quickly handcuff the perpetrator, render aid, and he is removed to a local hospital along with our officers. Like I said, this is the second time in 3 days we have to confront people on the street with a history of firearms arrest and make split-second decisions to defend ourselves and protect their community. With that being said, I'll open it up for any questions you might have.
We're going to start right here with Josh Einiger, ABC.
Thank you. Chief, two questions. One about this specific case and then one just bigger picture. Did the suspect actually get off any shots at your guys? Can you speak a little bit more about the dynamics of that?
No, he did not. The perpetrators were coming through a gate that opens when a car pulls out. It's a mechanical gate. A civilian car is pulling out, and our police car is right behind that car. From approximately 20 feet, when the perpetrator with the gun sees our cops or sees our car, he takes his gun out and takes a shooting stance right at us. And like I said, we discharged our firearm, striking him twice in the leg. But Josh, this is the second time this week, like I mentioned, we have someone walking around the community of the Bronx in the Soundview section with a loaded semi-automatic weapon who was arrested 3 months ago in the streets of Manhattan and indicted. This probably shouldn't have happened.
How could you speak to the frustration that cops feel that this is a persistent and ongoing problem?
Our criminal justice system needs to be fixed. We saw it this week with the 3 people stabbed by someone who shot around the street. We saw it Tuesday in Queens, where our cops had to confront a career criminal on lifetime parole who just committed 2 robberies that night, fired at people, citizen gets involved, and shoots our officer in the leg. We are very frustrated. We have to fix this.
We're going to move on to Mary Lynn Buckley, 1010 Wins.
Chief, does this suspect have a lengthy criminal history aside from that one arrest you mentioned?
He has the one arrest for the gun I spoke about.
Any more questions? We'll move on to Duarte from Fox 5.
So the gun was recovered. Was it loaded?
The gun's recovered, loaded, and also was a knife on the scene. So there was 2 perpetrators. One had a gun. We don't know about the knife, but both are recovered.
And you arrested one person. What about the second person?
Second person we're still looking for as we speak.
So one person got away, person of interest. One person was shot twice, taken to the hospital, and arrested, right?
Correct, and that is the person with the gun who took a shooting stance at our offices.
We're going to move on to Louis Finley.
Just for clarity, the officers were in the neighborhood and the perpetrators saw them and then decided to take the stance at them, or were the officers called? Can you give a little bit clarity to the time?
Clarity. So it's a 911 call for a large dispute with a gun at 755 White Plains Road. 43 Precinct Neighborhood Safety Team in uniform responded to that call. They're in the rear of the location. In the rear location, there's a sliding gate, a mechanical gate for cars. The perpetrators come in the gate, our officers coming right at them. When he sees the car, the perpetrator sees the car, he takes a shooting stance, takes his gun out of his waist, takes a shooting stance, and our officers defend themselves.
And we're going to go to Kerry Burke.
Yeah, what about the initial dispute? How many were involved and what was that about?
This came over as a large dispute. Our detective squad, our force investigation will work through that part of that call.
All right, folks, thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Can
The
we
photo will be available on Twitter. I'll hold it up for you.
You just hold up.
Yep, I'll hold it up. It'll be available on Twitter as well.
Excuse me,